Good evening, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Fritz to some more Worldwide Rush. We're going to pick up where we left off last time. I have been playing a little bit on my free time to see how I can further optimize things. I've learned a lot. I have definitely learned a lot for the next run through, but we are going to just quickly pause to recapture where wants me to fix some things up. Fulfill some demand. That is right. Where are we? Other companies. We are the second highest valued company in the world behind India Solutions, but we need to buy out our nearby competitors, probably China Bus Company or India Transport or both. It is at the point now where India Solutions, with their purely plane-based economy, is starting to get out of hand. India Transport has a lot of territory and set up a lot in China, as well as China Bus Company throughout Korea. I think India Transport Group, as the cheapest one, is one I would focus on. We're probably going to be not spending a lot. I'll probably be only optimizing our current routes. I see a lot of red that I need to probably attend to. Yeah, there is a lot of red. A lot of exclamation points. Yeah, so my gameplay through the week, I've learned a lot on how to improve, because at the moment through traffic is the issue. Clearing out that is proving to be the high point. So let us start by looking here. Also, where are we? Not cities. My city? No. Is he in the cities one? I just need to get that. Big cities in the world are mostly in China. That's why there's so much money coming through. Alright. I'm going to start probably in Shanghai. Let's sort this out. Let's sort out that Taizhou. That is... that one. Let's just get a straight run there with a rain. Bojo, you are. Let's get a straight line with a train there. All we're going to really do is set up some routes to clear out traffic. Mumbai is going to be planes. Ningbo, not far away. Alright, Chidong, you want to get to Woohoo? No, you don't. Oh, it's because you're a small city, that's okay. Get you on a bus. Silly as it sounds, sorting by top speed is actually the easiest way. We'll get you on a bus. We're also wanting to get to Shanghai. 40 odd, so cheaper. Where you want to get to Tianjin? Yeah. Skip that. Nanjing, what do you want to get to? You want to get to Seoul? No, we'll skip you. Wenzhou. You have a direct line, don't you? Yes, you do. And then Ping, you don't. Ping? Oh, there. Right, where else you wanted to get to? Savannah Ket. No, we won't worry about that. Xianing, we can do that. Yeah. These direct lines are the most efficient way around this. Suzhou, you do have an issue. You want to get to Mumbai, you want to get to Hezur. We'll spend a chunk of money on you. That's resolved your issue. Hangzhou. Hangzhou hasn't got... Oh no, it does have a problem. Guangzhou. Oh yep, that is fine. We can sort that one out with a quick little train. Seems to have resolved your issue in the short term. Nanjing is still complaining. You want Seoul. We can get a direct flight to Seoul. Taizhou, we just set that one up. Mumbai, we can set one up as well. Chennai. Guangzhou. Guangzhou wants to get Chennai. You're fine as is. Like I said, we have been playing very suboptimally. Holy crap, where is Guilin? Why? Okay, yes. In what? That needs immediately. Like I said, we are not going to be expanding the network. We are just going to be solving problems. Taizhou, Mumbai, Ningbo, we did that. No, Taizhou. Train to Taizhou direct. There's a lot of my early trains. Oh, I did Taizhou. Has a direct path. Okay. What's on that path? It is a train that I've just created. That's okay. That is absolutely fine. Hefei. Let's not look at the plane. We want the city behind it. You want Changsha down there. Right, where are we there? Jing's still complaining at me. Savannah Cat, I can do that with a flight. That's in Lao. About Hong Kong, where are you trying to get to? Beijing? You just can't get to Shanwei. We'll just do a direct. We'll run like that. Shenzhen, you want to get to Tianjin, Dezhou, and Hangzhou. So we'll go a direct line to Hangzhou. They'll at least start to clear some mess out. I know it looks like I'm going a little haphazard with which cities I'm picking. Xianyang, you want to get to Hezhe. And Macau, Nanchang. And Tianjin, we can just go direct. And Yang, okay, that's a short one. Right, Nantong wants to get things sorted out. Guangzhou, down that one. To fulfill demand, so that is the top heart. Fuzhou, Wuhan. Well, that is not terribly hard to work. Get some direct lines flowing on there. Shanghai is still a bit grumpy. You want direct in there. Alright, Dong. No, I won't worry about you. Shanghai. We've looked at a lot already. What about over in Japan? Is anything upset? Kyoto's upset. They want Tokushima. There. Okay. What about Matsuyama? What about you? Oh, yep, okie dokie. We're going to look at boat for you. The Sun Chaser just going back and forth. Yamaguchi. Over there. That can go by boat as well. No, Yamaguchi's not a port. Yamaguchi is not a port. Alright, we can do just a short little train. Tokyo is very grumpy. It wants to get to Tianjin, it wants to get to Nantong, it wants to get to Koriyama. Hokuto wants to get to Fukui. Get a big bus on that one, I think. Wants to get to Nagano as well, so that is going to be fine, I think. Bus. Drisetsu wants to get to Nagano. That is easy enough to do. We'll get a bus going on that one. They also want to get to Matsumoto. Yeah, the bus should be more than enough of them. Matsumoto wants to get to Toyama. And we... And the direct path is the cheapest, so we'll just go with that. That seems to speed things up, I think. Kanazawa, Nagoya. Dear, oh dear. You're wanting to get... That's not linked up, so I'm just going to quickly link those two up. I said I didn't really want to spend money, but spending money we are. Indonesia looks absolutely fine. What about my Australian ones? I believe I sorted them all out. See no issues at the moment in Australia. The Philippines looks like they're okay as well, so that seems fine and or dandy. Taipei's grumbly, they want to get to Fuzhou. I think that one I want to update you. Yeah, you need to be a bigger ship. That will solve that. Fuzhou, where else are you? I need to get to Chennai. Weifeng, where is Weifeng? North. Yeah, that one's plain. I don't want to do it. Let's have a look. Shangrao, you want to get to Tianjin and Changsha. Just get a direct train going there. That should resolve that issue. About Hanoi. Hanoi, you want to get to Shaoyang and Yanqing. Excuse me, where? Oh, okay, yeah, that Yanqing. Okay. That would be plain more than anything. I will let that one go. Got you. I think we're just going to let it play for a sec. See how it plays out. As I said, we are in problem-solving mode at the moment. Not to get to Hangzhou. Organized. Just filling up. Optimize vehicle profitability. So I've got a bunch of vehicles that aren't making money. That's actually okay. I've got a lot of routes that are not optimized at all. But Nanjing's fixed itself, Nantong's fixed itself, Shanghai sorted itself, Suzhou sorted itself, Hangzhou is not stressing anymore, Taipei isn't stressing. Guangzhou, you want to get to Nanjing. I believe I've got a train on that? No, I don't. What about Shangrao? Where else do you want to get to? You want to get to Tianjin. I can send a direct train north to Tianjin. All starting to come together. You're wanting to get that direction. Interesting. What about Nunding? What about you? You want some buses set up. Boat. Trust in Yushi, that's okay. I said we need to get to about 2.5 trillion. Company value is just increasing. Planes just print money. Oh, not that one, this one. Operating profit's good, but that is making twice as much as we are. I need to buy them out quick. What about Wuhan? Oh god. Okay, yeah, you desperately need a flight to Chennai. And Mumbai. I said I want to save money to buy these companies out. I'm just adding to the network. But at the same time, I am solving a bunch of problems. So a lot of these exclamation points are disappearing. The red gears are staying. That means that the odds of them going down. I believe red gear means, yeah, there are cities that are not being serviced that they want to have serviced. While the exclamation mark means they are overflowing in staying travellers. But I think I actually want to go into these hubs and start buying wholesale vehicle brokers. Get as many of them up as I can. Because they will keep resupplying my my vehicles. Right, you want direct to Dejo. Don't have a train. It's fine. Yushi, where is Yushi? You're over here. That's understandable. I've lost some trust there. Chengdu. You aren't my city, so yeah, you're operated by someone else. So that is, I can't do anything about you. There, Bigier. I don't believe. No, that's owned by someone else. So I can't do anything. Okay, what is going on in Vietnam? You want direct buses, I am guessing. Some of these buses are starting to repopulate. That's why I am you need to get to those are planes. I don't want planes. It is starting to look a little bit better. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm seeing a few red circles on the map. That is okay. Matsuyama, you seem a little grumpy. Probably just sorting out the Hiroshima demand. This is the thing I've noticed as well. The reason why my loop runs and staggered stops do not work as well. Indirect travellers, so the ones at the bottom of the list here that have come from other stops, they board first. So these ones here that start in your city, they're the last ones to get on board public transport. So you here, you're the loop. I created. I did. Alright, connect Yan Yonggang to Hangzhou. It's easy enough to do. We get all our trains back, which is excellent. Potential upgrade. That is easy enough to do. Sort out their indirect traffic problem. They want to get to Hezhe. It's an easy train. That is resolved. But they also want to get to Yosu. Young Zhou wants to get to Yancheng. Nanjing's grumpy. They want to get to Wenzhou. And Seoul. I don't want to create planes at the moment, actually. Suzhou's grumpy again. They want a flight to Mumbai. They want to get to Ningbo. They want to get to Hezhe. Suzhou, they want to get to Chuzhou. I need to put the speed up, otherwise I'm going to spend all this money before I can buy out any. I mean, we are raking in some operational profit at the moment, so those changes we made were smart. The Jin Group, I thought I bought them out. I could have sworn I bought them out. That's alright. We will work that one out in a little bit. Pakistan Airlines. They don't have many spots. Not making any money though. India Transport I want to buy out. 2.5 bill. So a bunch of cities have shrunk in size, that's okay. A bunch of cities have... Hangzhou wants to get to Mexico. Also wants to get to Hezhe. Everyone wants to go to Hezhe. I'm gonna go direct to Guangzhou. I'm just gonna get a direct train. About Shenzhen, how are you doing? You want to get to Chenzhou. I can resolve these issues with trains at the moment. I am laughing. Alright. You want to get into there. So you want to get to Hydrong there. How long as well. You're wanting to get to Guangzhou. We can organise that. And Hezhe. Everyone wants to go to Hezhe. Wuhan is still happy. Xiang, where are you? Okay, that's an easy little direct line. What about Wenzhou? Where are you wanting to get to? You wanted to get to Surat, Tianjin. Oh, yeah, okay. So we're going to stay away from the plains for now. We'll get a long train on that one. You desperately want a little bus from there. 21 and 16 on those buses. That's... Why can I not create? Route's invalid. Choose you my city? No, it's not. Okay, ooh, that's why. What about Luan? Luan wants, get to Halong. That route also wants to exist. Wuhan. You want to get to Beijing? We can do a direct train to Beijing. Qingdao, you want to get to North Korea, Seoul, Taizhou. Which Taizhou is that one? At Taizhou. Nantong is up, so it's borderline on that. But you want a direct line to Macau. We can do that. Jiayang. Let's have a look. Oh god. Yeah. Let's get you east one to Nanjing for now. Get your big one. Guangzhou, you want to get to Macau, we can do that. Qinzhou, Mongkai. Alright, that is fine. Let us upgrade some buses first. Shangri-La's indirect traffic problem. You want to get to Hezhe. Everyone wants to get to Hezhe. Guangzhou, Hangzhou. Alright, more connections to Hangzhou. Where is Yingtan? Over there. Select the city, damn it. Lao Arc, okay. No, we're not doing planes. We're only doing trains at the moment. Rizhao, I remember where Rizhao is. You were giving me all sorts of grief last time. You are actually... Okay. I mean, you're not, but you are. Fuzhou. Chiayi? Yeah, I can't do anything about direct for that one. Yeah, Yang. Can do direct on that one. I said we are repairing my not knowing how to play this game optimally. You want to get to Beijing and Hezhe. Everyone wants to go to Hezhe. Hong Kong. What about you? Shanwei. Where's Shanwei? Oh, it's that. Okay. Is that you? Yes. That should help. Guangzhou, you want probably a bus to Macau? Oh, we'll make it a small train. Make it a small train. Where are we? Hanoi's looking okay. You want to get to Tanhua. Organise that. You want to get to Chennai? No, we're not doing that. You want to get to Halong. We can organise that one. Hatin. Oh, yeah, no, we're not helping you out at the moment. You want to get to Tianjin. You want to get to Shaoyang. It's a lot further than I thought it was. Oh, hang on, where is it? No, it's there. From Dongha. We can do that. Da Nang. Hui. Where is Hui? You're just the next one over. That is 2. But you are going to need train for that quantity. And you want to get to Dongha as well. Where are we? Dongha. Dongha. I do not have bases down there. How are the Philippines looking? Cebu's looking a little grumpy. Tacloban is that one. I know I have a direct on that one. I have a direct. Brazil's been bought out by Siberian Group. That's okay, I think. Oh, you are not great. Wuhan. You want to get to Tanhua? We can get you. Get you a big train to Hanoi, and we'll redeploy from Hanoi. Other companies have direct paths. That's not great. Hefei. And G. Short. Okay. Yeah, do that. Alright. 8 to upgrade. Let's put you over here. Connect Chaoyang to Hangzhou. Okay, that's a flight. And Jiao's War. That's that can be handled with a train. A long train, but a train. Nantong. Again, you want to get to Busan, Shanghai. Li Shui? Ningbo. I can get you Ningbo. What was the other one? Li Shui. Okay, yeah, I see it. Suzhou. Yep, we can definitely fix up with Suzhou. Bulk of it is that Busan. Zhoukou, that is out the other way, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, it's not too. That's a reasonable train. Yeah, I'm gonna need to make a flight to Busan there. Where are we? Busan. How is Japan looking? Matsuyama wants to get to Busan. Kyoto is still a little grumpy. Apparently I have no link to Osaka. That is a problem. And Yokkaichi. They want to get to Shizuoka. Alright. Oh, there. A little overkill on that one. Okay, Matsumoto is still a little upset. They want to get to Shizuoka as well. Alright, what about friction? Oh, okay, yeah. Really, 327. That should be handled with the bus. I'm gonna get a big one. You want to get to Koriyama, you want to get to Tokyo. Koriyama wants to get to Sendai. Yamagata wants to get everywhere. Kuriyama, Yokohama. Okay, yeah, we can do a direct from Fukushima to Yokohama. Alright, and I think Japan is looking a little better. It looks pretty good. Shinjo, what about you? We can run out with a quick little bus. Suzhou is getting grumpy. You want to get Yancheng? That is easy to sort out. You're wanting to get to Thanhua, but that's fine. You want to get to Wuhu. Wenzhou. All international flights. Nanjing, let's see, Suzhou. If I had a direct train, I need to just duplicate it. I do. No, that's a flight. Jinhua is upset again. They want to get Dezhou now. Right, well we can do a direct line. Trains are being the most economical here while I'm able to save money because we need to get to what, 2.5 billion roughly before we can start buying out companies again. Shangrao wants really hard to get to Thanhua. You want to get Donghoi. Right, Carter's got problem. You want to get to Palembang. Can I? Yeah. Will allow me to build a bridge. And that has solved the bulk of the problem there. Metro. Yeah. Tagalong, okay. Hangzhou to Guilin? Guilin is over here, isn't it? Can't see crap. Sorry, I'm going to slow this down because, oh yeah, there it is. Connect Hangzhou to Guilin. That is easy enough to do. More connections to Hangzhou. Connect to a bunch of places. Hong Kong is on the list. I can do that. Alright, what do we got? Yeah, this is starting to look a bit better. Hangzhou is overpopulated, so we need to sort them out a little bit. Yangzhou, which Yangzhou is... Right, Nanton. Which Yangzhou? That Yang. High. It's hard to... Chengdu. Oh, that one there. Okay, yep. Lag is a flight, Zhuhai, Shaoxing. Wuhan. You want to get to Tianjin and Puerto Princesa. Changzhou, that's close, isn't it? Yeah. And Tianjin. Up the top. Let us keep looking. There's another Fuzhou. There are that many Fuzhous. That's wanting to exist. Putian. What's going on here? You want to get Herzer. Herzer's over there. Shang Rao is looking bad again. Li Shui. I see. Yeah, Wenzhou is all India. I'm not going to India just yet. Jingdezhen. Your fulfillments are not getting met at all. It's unfortunately all I'm going to have to leave. Liangungang. Okay, that's up there. That's an easy enough one to sort out. And Tonya's upset again. Chuzhou. Alright. Suzhou. Ah. Oh. Ah, there. So hard to spot sometimes. Qidong wants to get to Guilin, Jianyin. Yangongo. Okay, yeah, I can do a quick little line for you up to there. Qingdao still a little grumpy. Where does it want to get to? Shaoxing? Is that right? No. No, a lot further south. Further south, I'm not doing that one. Hefei are not looking great. Xianing. I want to stay relatively easy to connect. $7 mil, that's $3 mil for the same, yeah. Hanoi. You're wanting to get to Hangzhou. trying to go Chennai? No. Dezhou. It's a long way. You want Tianjin, Hangzhou, Yancheng. Yancheng is not very far. Shanghai Yancheng is Yancheng. Yancheng is actually very far. No, we're not going to do that one. What about Macau? How is Macau looking? You need Zhuhai. Please, it sounds I want to get a boat for that. Zhuhai wants to get to Zhou. They also want just a bus run that way. Young Men wants to get to Jiayang. Shanwei. It's not very far. And Yangjiang is that one just there. So that one probably be handled with a big bus. Hong Kong wants to get to Zhuhai. Get a big boat for that one. Shanwei. Get to Jiayang. Throw a giant bus on that. Shan 2 wants to get to Beijing and Hezhe. Gonna have to leave you sitting on that one. Guangzhou. Bus route wants to exist. Hezhe, Beijing, Bakiang. Definitely get you up to Hezhe though. Ningbo wants to get to Dezhou. We can do that. Oh, we're slowing down. Alright, fastest to upgrade. Alright. Haiduong has already solved its problem. To connect Nanchong to Hangzhou. Alright. The train line going that way. Engshui, that's not too bad. Yeah, I've sorted out a lot of my problems around here in terms of indirect traffic. Wuhan wants to get to Halong direct. Shangang wants to get to Mongkai. That is easy enough to do. That's just a little bus. Got 21 of those. Chinzhou is rather happy. Wants to get connected down here. Let's have a look here. You want to get to Bakan? Okay, yeah, we can do that. Trust in Kunming, okay. And Huabin. That's not where I was looking before. You want to get to Hanoi? Throw a reasonable bus on you. Langsong? No. Danhua you want to get to. What about Donghui? What's going on with Donghui? They want to get to Savannah Ket? Wei wants to get Martin. Alright, Shenzhen. How are you looking, buddy? You want to get to Beijing, Dezhou, Chengde. Get Chengde. About Chengde, what's going on with you, mate? You want to get to Guilin. Everyone wants to get to Guilin. That's the thing about this game. The cities you think are going to be big are not necessarily going to be the big cities in real life. Get 330 on that. Xiaoyang, you've got a lot of people that want to get to you. Huaihua, where is... Okay, you desperately need that linked up. Well, the game is really starting to chug. Or else I was wanting to get connected pretty much everywhere. That should get it started at least. Jia Yang is getting into trouble against Sanya. Okay, yep, we can do that. You're wanting, yeah, not dealing with that just at the moment. Joko, you can get to Joko from Nanning. Alright, and we're at 2.5 billion. So we need to jump into here, and India Transport's up to 2.6. They are who we are looking at immediately. China Bus Company would be ideal as well. India Transport are who we want to give. Very least. Game. Because they own most of the rest of China. So 2.665. Okay. Slowly coming together. How young? That needs to be a direct. I know I've got a stops all stations on that one. Right, you're wanting to get to Bukyang. There. And Mongsai. Right, Yulin, you want to get to Shaoyang. Macau is getting grumpy again. Xinjiang. That's a bit on the far side. Dezhou's a bit far. Yingtan? Yingtan's not too bad. So we're going to avoid planes in the short term, so we can start to buy out our competition. It is starting to get a bit tricky to do so. Guangzhou, yeah, you can get... It's Hangzhou, Guangzhou. Guangzhou's the other way. Putian wants to get to Kaohsiung. Kaohsiung isn't a port, is it? No, it's not. Sanming wants to get to Longyan. That's bus. Yingde, you want to get to Guangzhou. Right, 2.7 trillion on the board. That's Siberian group. We don't want Siberian group. We want... Oh, no. No. India Solutions. No. India Transport. Buyout. Oh. Balkan Transport was bought out by China Bus Company. Whoa. Okay. Yeah, I think we need to continue doing what we're doing with our mid-level upgrades with trains. And set our sights on China Bus Company, I think. At 5 trillion value. Hangzhou has an indirect traffic problem, yeah. Now is the time we need to start looking at getting the flights out of Hangzhou. Surat. It's gonna need to be a big plane. 195 mil. I need the bigger capacity. No, well, the price of that one's not too bad. So yeah, that makes things a little interesting. China Bus Company, yeah, they're 5 billion. We're at 8. Pakistan Airlines would be one to consider. Yeah, we now own a big chunk of India. And the rest of China. Not working. Alright, we need to probably go... Where's Linyi? North. Get you running on that one. Another one to Hezur. Get to Lao Arg. Down here on a flight. Xi'an on a train's straightforward. Sort it out. If I can find Xi'an. That far west. Is that far west? Come on, nearly there. Oh dear. Shenzhen is looking a little in trouble. They want to get to Beijing. They want to get to Beijing. At the moment, that's the best I can offer it. Hangzhou still has traffic issues. Oh, It's not going to get any better. I've got to pick the right Hangzhou, yeah. Seems to be getting better. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Taiwan looks okay from above. Coast here does not look good. Guangzhou still wants to get to Tianjin. What about here? Zhangzhou wants to get to Guangzhou. Want a big bus there, mate. Also wanting to get to Hanoi. Vientiane is my city. How is India? Mumbai is over. What? Okie dokie. I can fix her up. Jesus Christ. Okay. India is where I need to be looking. Mumbai, 3,000 want to go to Salalah. That plane's not going to cut it. Jesus Christ. Nashik. Bhavnagar. Where is Bhavnagar? Over there. Right, Ahmedabad wants to get to Mansoura. Okay, that is a big bus. You are not my hub, but you want to get to Verival, which is there, which is my hub. That needs rail. 180. Junag wants to get to Veradal. Oh, yeah. Okay, India's a mess. Let's slow down to sort this one out. Rajkot, Junagad, yeah. Anything else you want? Yeah. That seems to have sorted itself. Not my C, thank God for that. You want to get to Mumbai. You want to get to Latur. Nagpur. natural desire to head there, 60, so yeah, you're straight onto that. Oh, what the actual, what the whoa, jokey. You wanted it, Jaipur, you wanted it. That's gonna take a while to sort itself out. Surat. Palanpur. Bhavnagar. Palanpur's up. Yep. Chennai. Oh, India is absolutely messed up. Oh, alright. 600's traffic problem. Yeah, okay. Li Jiang, where are you? You're there. No, that's Jinhua. In the mountains. That's a flight. Right, Nashik wants to get to Surat. Mednagar wants to get to Nanjing, Calais. Yep, no one close, so you can deal. Those are not my cities. Rajkot's getting a bit grumpy, but that issue. You need to get to Jaipur. Surat. New Delhi seems fine. That needs a direct link. Alright, this side of India is looking okay for the most part. Yangon's not looking great. They need to get to Bargo. Is where nice and short. Napier Tor wants to get to Sitwa over there. Bangkok looks busy. That's Bangkok. They want to get to Pattaya. Oh. It's down the road. Fits a lot there. That's enough to fill out. Alrighty. Down here, Singapore looks okay, KL looks okay, Phnom Penh's a bit flushed. They want Young Cave, that's short, Sakaya and Siem Reap. Oh, the money is starting to drop off. We have not been making as much money. Oh, no, wait. Okay, so we are making money. Good. Company value is still up there. We're still number 2. Oh dear. $200 mil. I could have sworn I bought them out last week. Oh, alright. Build a hub in Darway. Well, easy enough to do. You want to get in. I should solve most of your problems. No, Battambang. China bus company is going on a tear. Alright, yeah. Alright, and Shun. Kylie has a problem. Wuhan. Kunming. That way. I wonder if we just done a whoopsie by buying that. Money is not rolling in. It is, but it isn't. It doesn't feel like it's rolling. Pakistan Airlines are not making money at all. Where is Liao Cheng? No, that's Xiaoning. What? There. I'm sorry, but what? Oh, that's in Laos, not Cambodia. I'm getting it. Oh, that's okay. Yep. That is an embarrassing mistake to make. Sorry, what? You're wanting to get stuck on the car? Button. You need to... Oh, jeez. Yep, let's speed up. So I am not solving anything in the short term. Joko. Chongqing is there. They run that way. Fills up straight away. Alright. Xiaoyang wants to get to Nanjing. Wenzhou. That seems to be sorting itself out a little bit. Not great, but getting it. Rangoon seems to be struggling again. While I'm... Okay, yeah. In Thara, I can do you. A quick little bus. Darway's already got a connection. Pathian, I can also get a nice little bus running. Chattergram. What's going on, buddy? Wanting to get to Inf over there. Okay, yeah, we can set that up. Duck is struggling. Let's get to Katak. So yeah, we can get a nice little train line running from Dhaka to Katak. Excuse me a moment, chat. There is an alarm going in the background. I'm just going to turn that off. I don't know who sets an alarm for this time of night, but someone has. Oh, dear idea. dear, oh dear. Satkira. Down there. Cobra. Duck is upset again. Let me select the city. Train running underneath. Get to Kathmandu. Can I select the fucking city? You want to get to Chattagon. Oh, that's unfortunate. You're wanting to get to Kolkata? Danga, you want to just get to shore, which is easy enough to do. Kathmandu is looking a bit panicky. You'll get Jamshedpur. And Kolkata. So we've resolved that for now. Alright, oh! Okay, these guys over here, what are they up to? Jamnagar. Holy, yeah, okay, you want to get into China. Getcha. Alright, direct to Nanjing, I guess? Build a hub in Pekanbaru. Oh, yeah, okay. We'll drop speed. Right, you'll want to get to Singapore. We will do a little plane. Do my... Okay, yeah. And... Penang... Sicily. You are also a little plane. Joko has traffic problems. It wants to get to Lahore rather desperately. Guilin. Everyone wants to go to Guilin. Tianjin. We'll see at the Mandalay. Basically, get that train run back and forth a few times, and we are laughing. Alright. Alright, Qinzhou, you want to get to Beijing and Tianjin. Around that. That one needs a plane. Xiaoyang wants to get to Changsha. Where are you trying to get to? Lodi. And Pinxiang. Yichan wants to get to Zhoukou and Beijing. And Handle? Right, Suzhou is struggling again. Qingdao, I can do something about the rest, not as much. Hangzhou. Huzhou. Ningde is dropping Wenzhou. Ningde, no. Okay, yeah. I think I got a direct line for that one. Right, Wenzhou, that is mostly here. Azure. Zhoushan, that looks okay. Nanping. Oh. International now, where it seems to be struggling. Lodi, you want to get a Huaihua. Huaihua wants to get to Halong. Halong wants to get to Salmang. Is wasn't far away, it is. Jiayang. That's a air hike. Function going wants to get to Chengde. Nanjing wants to get in. Qinzhou, Shaoyang. Oh, who knows? Shenzhen, you're looking full again. You're wanting to get to Beijing. Still struggling to get to Macau. That's actually cheaper, but that one will do the job. Hong Kong wants to get to Linyi. There somewhere. Oh, that's a little bit up there, isn't it? Alright, let's just have a quick look around. Manila. What's going on, buddy? Tlacoban. You want to get there. It's not recognizing a rail. Alright, so you are definitely going to be on that. You also have Puerto Princesa. You want to get Cebu is struggling, also wants to get to Puerto Princesa. Cagayan de Oro wants to get to Ligan. Val wants to get to Zamboanga. I think, yeah, it's sorting itself out. Okay, missed these two. Cabaclan. You want to get to Manila. Too big. Maybe this way. Just be. What I wanted that one. That one. Alright. Upgrade some buses. Vadodara. Holy Jesus. Okay, yeah. You need to get to Mumbai. Jaipur. Chennai. That's a little long for a train for my liking, but I'll do it. Because I can't really afford to be pumping the planes out now. Vadodara should resolve itself from there. Jaipur. Jaipur. I'm gonna go do that one. Right, build a hub in Medan. I want trips to Gunung Sitali. That's going to be a skip and a jump flight. Also wanting to get to Kuala Lumpur. It wants Vietnam to prosper. Wants you to get to Phuket. Okay, we can do that with a bus. And to Hanoi. Vietnam to Laos, yeah, we already did that. Vin. There's no direct connection to Hanoi. Than Hoa, yeah, easy enough to sort out. It wants to get to Beijing, but that's not going to happen. Okay, yeah, get you to Hanoi with rail. Oh dear. You want to get to Hanoi and Than Hoa. Long Schwen wants to get to Ho Chi Minh. It's easy enough to do. Short little train. India Solutions bought out Pakistan Airlines. That is fortunately expected. Unfortunately. Lai Chow. Oh, alrighty. Valadara still has problems because it wants to fly. Alright, Palamcourt, yeah, we can do a quick little run up to there. Just wants to get to it wants to get to China. Everyone wants to get into China. Not a deal. How are the Himalayas looking? Anything going up here? Doesn't look. Maybe. Come on, buddy. You want to get to you. South. Let's slow it down. Just have a quick look here at the moment. We are down to the last 8 companies. We are sitting second in terms of company value and third in current operating profit. I do think we need to be looking at buying China Bus Company relatively soon. $7.5 billion for them. Pacific Transit Group. You're the African. Who owns? Let's look at trust. We dominate the trust as far as everything over here. Maybe we should be looking. China, it's China Bus Company that owns all that. They control Europe. The N Group has Australia. Turkey Airways is just Turkey. Pacific is Africa. Maybe taking that over is not a silly play. Caspian Solutions. It's got the Americas. Global Balkan controls the Americas. Caspian Solutions is Spain and North. Maybe it is an idea to buy Pacific Transit. Are very close to being able to do so. No, I think we hold out and buy China Bus Company when the time is right. $7 billion. profit. This view makes no sense to me. It's crazy to think India Solutions only running planes. Only have companies in India. Oh no, they got. Oh, that's right. They bought out the Pakistanis, didn't they? Only own planes in India and Central Asia, and yet they are the wealthiest. Planes are OP. In terms of generating profit, they are OP. Alright, that's another month down. Let's up some buses. Connect whole nations. So 7 cities are still not connected. Hachoshi? That one, seriously? Okay. I thought I had that one. Get a bus. Nishio, yeah. Seriously? What? Ishigaki Mami. I thought I built a ferry down here. Oh, because it's not going to a city it wants to go to. Ishigaki wants to get to Yilan and Kagoshima. I'm guessing it's because it is not connected directly to Japan. Traffic problem here. You want to get to Surat. Rajkot. with you? Okay, yeah, no. Just want to go to places that are not India. Same with you. Yeah, they're just doing boats and planes, and they're just dominant. Jamnagar. No, that's crazy. Karachi is not my territory, apparently. Fine. How's Bangladesh looking these days? Dhaka has a little bit of an issue. Jamshed Port. Or there. Rajshahi is not very far away. Is Nellore. It's a long way away. Yangon looks okay, but you do not. You want to get to Magway. It's there. Taungu. Yay. That seems an odd path to take, but okay. More connections to Hangzhou. No, at this point it's getting a bit silly out of Hangzhou. Hanoi looks a bit nuts. What's going on, buddy? You want to get to Beijing, you want to get to Da Nang. Alright, you want to get to Toihua. And Son-La. Looking for a connection anyway. Right, so I'm just gonna grab a drink. I'll be back just a sec. Alright, I don't think I missed much. You desperately need a connection with Highway. Zhoko, no, you're not going that far. Monsai, yes, I can get you a little connection there. Oh, okay, yeah. At Sabang, you want to get Jin Beijing Bakan. That one running relatively. You want to get to Dub. I can get you to Da Nang. And Fed, okay. Sanya's getting busy. You want to get the Chinjo. Oh, it's just getting nuts. You want to get to Hangzhou, I can do that. And you also want to get to Beijing, so I'm actually going to put that flight in. Going to be one of the big ones. It's going to be Skydexter. Right, Nanjing's looking a bit overcrowded. You're wanting to get to Yang? You want to get to Cheng? Lijiang. Sorry? Oh, mountains. Yeah. Right, we will run that as a flight. You are young. Yeah, we can do that one. Young we already done, Sweizhou. That should help us out there. Hangzhou, how are you looking, buddy? Lagos, Loag, definitely get a flight to Loag. Just for capacity. Yeah, you can see that Hangzhou to Loag is not even on the list. Desperately wants to get to Lagos. I've not cleared you out apparently. Okay. Junagard, you want to get to Surah. And Ahmedabad, hard fun. Not do much about you. Dear, oh dear. Right, Dhaka is struggling again. For some reason. I think he just needs to level up. Which it should do at the end of the month, I think. Where you're not happy? I want to get to Chiang Mai. So, you want to get to Puri. Yeah, is. Yeah, so that's not terribly tricky to. Huh? All right. Southeast Asia is terrible. Phnom Penh wants desperately to get Hanoi. You'd think ideal plane, but no. We're going to train that one. You want to get to Ha Long. Alright, what's going on here? You want me to build a hub in Palau? Actually, that's not terrible. Honestly. Not silly, but no, we're not doing 400 votes. We will only do the 100. Wasn't it? Connect Shanghai to Lijiang. I can probably do that. Lijiang was the one in the mountain. Yes. Shanghai struggling with Tianjin again. It is. Alright. Desperately wants to get to Pyongyang, Busan. Okay. We already got flights on that. Connect all of Myanmar. Alright, we can do that with buses easily enough. Do enjoy this music. Really, the place is called Cox's Bazaar? Really? Didn't I? Ah. I got enough to do. Alright, that's all. Horses in Nepal should prosper. Oh. Oh. Alright. Oh, jeez. Okay, you desperately need a train line to Thimphu. Bhutan? Did you... Yeah, okay. You need a direct train to Surat. Where? There. Alright, how am I gonna handle you? That's a rail. Bharatpur I've already looked at, Burgunj I've already looked at. You are not connected to anyone. Mark. Okay. Actually got some travel issues. Hmm. Oh, dear. Second one, because okay, yeah, they're using Surat as a through point. That's what's going on. What's going on with you? You're just overcrowded. How are we looking? We are not making as much money as I'd like, but our company value is still high. I think we have to hold out and buy out China Bus Company. I think that is our best play. Right, let's speed up. Bangkok, what's going on? Suratani. You're south? Yes. Vung Tao wants to get Ho Chi Minh. Okay, Dong Ahoy. Hanoi got traffic problems. Really? Okay, so you want a direct plane to Beijing. As well as what, a train to Siem Reap. Let's go rest for a moment. Siege prospering. They are getting close. You are in the prospering bit. As is, yeah, you're not. You should be. You are not. Yeah, so you're the only one left. But buses will come back and it will guarantee it. So that, oh, all these planes come through. Planes and boats, that's all they are. Indonesia looking mostly okay. You're trying to get to Pati. Singapore's having a bit of an issue. Wants to get to Kuala Lumpur. Easy enough to do. Slow down time just a touch. You don't. Oh god, okay, yeah. Philippines isn't looking too nasty. Question is, do I buy out Australia now, or it gets picked up by someone else? Because they are going to go cheap. They are cheap. $8 billion. I'm going to buy them out now. Right, Bendigo needs to get 1,000 people to Sydney. Christ. Canberra needs to get a buttload of people to Launceston. All places. Melbourne needs to get people to Adelaide. Geelong needs to get people to Melbourne. Otherwise, it all looks like hell. Holy Jesus. That's Australia mostly fixed. You want to get to Dora. Roads to that. Just want us to. You do that then. That's Australia fixed. Mostly. Right, so we now control Australia, which is workable. That's resolved. That Jakarta wanting to get to Batam. You're proving yourself rather busy. Oh, alright, let's get to the end of the month. I think we might call it once we hit the stage at the end of the month. 607 buses, 350 trains, 246 planes, 87 boats. A lot of buses, most of them probably not profitable. I'll probably go through and work out which routes I need to delete. But in this game mode, it's rather tricky to be deleting vehicles. You don't get them returned to the pool. Alright. Darker's getting a bit crazy. Going with Darker. Nothing I want to fit, really. Alright. That is the end of the month. We are in April 2016. 5 years into the game, we are down to the last 7 companies. Turkish Airways are doing absolutely nothing. Pacific Transit Company controls a lot of West Africa. Global Balkan has the entire Americas. Yes, Solutions is dominating with planes in southern India. That's it. Planes and boats for them. We've got most of Southeast Asia, China, Japan, and we now have Australia. China Bus Company has all of Europe, Iberia, all of Russia as well as northern China. And Caspian Solutions has Iberia and northern Africa. Are currently sitting second in terms of company value, but we need to be looking to buy out China Bus Company soon, I think. India Solutions, we're not going to be able to save the money up quickly enough. I think if we can take China Bus Company, I think we can get into a position where it will start to work. But I think that's going to have to happen next time. If we look at, I want to have a look at city. Tianjin is the highest level city in the world. Hangzhou is at 2, Beijing at 3, Guangzhou, and then Nanjing. Argos is a big city, Ibadan's a big city, Anantapur is a big city. While the rest are all in China. I think they're all mostly in northern China. I've not been doing a good job at upping my cities, which is a comment on how poorly I was playing for the first last week when I was first playing, because I had no idea, or limited idea, on what my priorities should be. So I think it's a reflection there that Hangzhou, which I've focused on a lot today, and Nanjing, which I've also focused on today, as well as Nanning, Suzhou, is a reflection of that, so I think that's okay. But I do think, yeah, when we come back, USA is actually surprisingly rich. China, USA, India, they're the big ones. Japan, I've done a fair bit with. Nigeria, Brazil, Spain. Family discount. Trans-Siberian Gold Rush. No idea what that's. Rebuild and ride discount. Auto. Okay, I don't know what that's referring to. But yeah, I think we are starting to get close to. Oh, company value actually dropped. And went on a tear. Yeah. So I think we'll leave it there for tonight. We'll come back tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. It's Sunday. We'll come back on Friday for some more Imperator Rome. The Romans are looking very scary for that moment. So we're back on Friday at midday UTC, so 1 p.m. UK time, 10 p.m. Eastern Australian, 8 a.m. Eastern American. Yes, so Imperator Rome on Friday and Saturday, and I think we're back here on Sunday for some more Worldwide Rush, where hopefully we are able to finish the campaign. But until then, I've been Fritz, you've been you. Have a good night, and I'll see you next time.